What it do? What's happening, man? What's happening? This is another episode of Universal Thought Podcast 2025. This is the first episode of season 3. And man, I got family in the house today, man. We got a full house. I brought in some people like today, man, that I feel like will be very conducive. I'm going to use TI words. Conducive to the conversation in which we are going to partake in on this evening. Yes. So how everybody doing, man? We got Chris in the house. We got my sister Pat.
Hello.
And we got old Francesco over there.
What it do?
Is your name actually Francesco?
No, my real name is Recipia.
Oh, that's right.
Recipia.
What friend come from?
My middle name is Francesca.
That's what. Okay.
Long ass name.
Mine. Recipia, Francesca's.
No.
Venezuela, Gonzalez. You sure say you got one of them names, though. Yeah, man. It's been an interesting start to the year. To be honest with you, I don't really know where we're gonna be going. I got some 2025 predictions, but we'll talk about that a little later. But I know it's gonna be like this gonna be one of them years where you gonna either lose yourself or find yourself. I personally think so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, man, how's everybody mental health?
Good.
I'm doing good.
First time out the house today.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
And laid, eating, napping, eating.
Don't get no better than that. Yeah.
Add one to it.
Yeah. Man, we got some snow, man. The snow, I didn't come out. I just came out the house yesterday. That was my first time out the house. So yeah,
Not me.
It actually wasn't bad as it was predicted to be.
The streets what?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
The only thing what make the streets bad is crazy drivers.
What you saying?
Yeah.
But that's in rain, sun,
Right.
And all of it.
all weather, baby, don't not drive.
Man.
All seasons.
Hell, now, I mean, when I got on the road, all the roads were clear, but I kept seeing cars, abandoned cars on the side of the road, like everywhere.
That was probably from Friday.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I waited till it stopped. And once I stopped, it was, of course, my commuter straight down the expressway. So it wasn't bad. Some of the main streets wasn't bad either.
And the bridge over there by you?
Yeah, it was clear.
That was good.
Because when it was dropping, it was a wet snow, meaning the sun was still out, so it's not going to freeze us overnight. It wasn't bad unless you got out that night.
Slushing.
Yeah, the slush, but like I said, the lanes was clear. Even state line, the Soda Road was clear. Yeah. This was Friday afternoon. I didn't get back in it until yesterday morning.
Y'all in
Was it yesterday morning? No, yesterday afternoon. Because yesterday morning it was ice because it was back in the 20s. But if you waited to the afternoon part, it was back like
It was
rain.
like rain.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ernest Freeman.
Who?
Yeah.
That's Todd Demers.
Well, him too. Yeah, him too. Yeah, man. When Martin Luther King is when? Next week? Next Saturday?
The 20th. It's a Monday.
Okay, all right. So I want to shout out real quick. So my guy, Will Richardson, he's having a Men of Impact call to action. MLK Day, 300 black men come join us, Black Men Summit and Black Policy Agenda. So it's from 8 a.m. to 12 noon on Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday. And you would have to, if you want the flyer, I'll send you the flyer so you can go. You actually got to register because it's going to be at a speakeasy. It's a small cigar shop. He owns it out in Harbor Town, so he wants to make sure the people that register actually come. But no, this one is going to be on Beale Street. No, Riverside. Beale Street, Landon, 251 Riverside Drive, Memphis. So, okay. But you still got to register. So I'll be, just inbox me or send me a message and I'll send you the flyer. Also, shout out to my partner, my best friend Coors, my longtime friend. Today is birthday, so we celebrated last night. Happy birthday to you, bro.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man.
It's your birthday.
We got any other January birthday? No birthdays?
My godmommy, Kizzy Woods, her birthday was yesterday also.
You still got a god, mama?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I get nothing.
It takes a village.
I wish I had one.
It
Nothing
takes a
done.
village.
Your nephew was yesterday. No, the 10th, Friday.
What was?
Elijah's birthday.
Oh yeah, nephew.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, his birthday.
And then your great niece be tomorrow. She'll be 1.
And what's her name?
Well, I call her Tootie. But
Can't say that.
No, I got another niece named too.
That's my sister's nickname. And speaking of January birthdays, it was actually last Monday, January 6th, my daughter turned 21.
oh, okay,
Wow, she's
legal.
21?
She turned 21 last Monday.
Oh,
Man, let me tell you something. That's crazy. This my daughter look just like T.I. daughter.
What?
wow.
The young. Well, she about 19, 20 something now. The light skin one.
Zanique.
Yeah, I think about
Or the
another
other,
baby
no, the
mama.
other one.
Not
can't think
not
of
her. The youngest
Deja.
one.
Deja.
That's what his daughter looked like. But that's what she always looked like to me. You ain't never seen T.I. daughter? Well, yeah. She always, even when she was young, she looked just because T.I. had his own show, the Grand Hustle show, and she was on the like man. And when I seen your daughter, like man, she looked just like T.I. daughter.
I ain't never
Well,
seen
you know,
it
they
though.
say we got
I've
twins.
seen it ugly at King
I
though.
got twins.
No, we ain't got to wait.
If you do a thing like that, no, please don't do that comparison.
No, Ricky just found out he was a father of some kids he used to be around.
Cool.
Ricky
By
Smiley.
Silent.
You know he found out he was a father of some twins.
I think it's a little bit of not told behind that.
He been in the news.
It's a crazy story though. The guy who was or is claiming the kids look just like Ricky.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ricky and the alleged baby daddy look alike?
Yeah. You would think they twins or Ricky Smiley's son.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, when I saw it, I'm like, that's crazy.
That camera on, right?
What's supposed to be shown? I'm looking at it.
You looking at you? Okay, yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I ain't know that. Yeah, okay.
I'm like, it's a.
How does see my daddy was like that? How does that happen? How do you? First of all, let me ask the women first. How do you lose or not know who the father of your child is? Like, how do you not know?
You done had sex with multiple people around the same time, so you can't pinpoint just one person.
Y'all got a deeper connection to y'all child more so than we do. You can't like look at your child and like.
Oh no, you know you can feed somebody that look just like you.
Okay.
Man.
So you can't just say, oh, that's his child, cause nah.
But you ain't dating that many people that look alike. You can look at the
You
child.
never know. The child might come out look like you and your family. Might not come out look like the father's family or the father.
Well, I get it.
Thank God for the DNA system.
Some of us like
Dyla,
they said,
what
well,
they-
he looked like you. I said, wait a minute now. You look like me because you think I'm more able to take care of it, or
That's what I'm saying.
I'm your favorite pick.
You ever had somebody put a baby on you?
Yes, all the above.
No, fortunately, I have not. Mine.
You put a baby on somebody?
I ain't never been pregnant.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just saying.
You waiting over there, you
I love telling people I got kids, but you don't know, and some have picked the baby dad because he's a better provider.
He's a better
Yeah.
provider.
So
Yeah.
it ain't got nothing to do with him being daddy. It's just I know he gonna take care of them.
You know what I'm saying?
He want
That's a good
kids.
thing.
He gonna take care of mine.
But that's not good if you're gonna just put a baby on somebody though.
Right.
When you know that's not his. Come on. Or
Every
you-
day on Facebook,
Yeah.
a new story. A man went and got their child tested without somebody not.
Yeah.
It don't be here.
Yep.
And I think I just heard another story about that.
It happens.
Yeah,
People get hurt.
It's been happening rapidly.
Yes.
It's been
People
happening.
putting their name on birth certificates, and then as they get older, to find out that's not their child, then they have to fight to get off the birth certificate, and it's a lot for that too.
And that cost them more money. Because if, just say for instance, if she go down there, she remember you. She go down there and say, this is the father. They send a summons to a house that you used to live at 15 years ago.
And you don't.
You don't
respond.
show up to court.
That's automatic.
Default,
You the father.
When you go pick up your check Friday, like, where the hell is my money at? And guess what?
Got a whole child.
Legally, you responsible now.
Yeah, legally.
That's crazy.
But that should be illegal. This almost like filing a false release report if you know this ain't your baby daddy, and you could have told him, but you had him thinking it's his. I just think I don't.
But you know
I think everything he should get, a man that paid into a child. No. Let me take that back. Let me not say that.
Well, you know that happened.
What?
To Pop. Remember? It was a young guy was saying that he was the dad.
Oh, when he popped up at the house.
And he popped up at the house, and Pop was like, "Didn't I ain't your father, your mama." I said, "Oh."
Y'all, we got to roll. I think it was real Rolling Stone, man.
Is it mandatory now, or they need to make it mandatory that if you're not married, whatever the case may be, you just need to automatically have that blood test done before you leave hospital?
Believe it or not, it's some hospitals policy.
Yeah,
but it's not a law, but some hospitals
Well,
they will.
it's mandatory now if they are getting government assistance. They have to take the test. So they go out to the file for child support. So you have to list if you have multiples, and they're taking them to court for it. So it's mandatory now.
Yes.
So yeah, they definitely do that.
And that's basically it's making it not free. It's still free for the woman.
It's free for the woman, but eventually it's gonna come up to that man,
making the man pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if she getting welfare, he paying for it.
He gonna pay for it because you got to pay back how much you've gotten on the state.
You know what? I might have me one of them things.
I'm sick of y'all, man.
I might get me one of them children.
Nah, you know what?
You say I can get the nigga money and income tax.
That too, and his.
Oh yeah, you can get his too.
See that?
Hold on. All right, so
One of you niggas in trouble.
I hope you ain't watching this.
I hope he is, baby. Get ready.
I'll go holler at
Get
the So Pat, you actually work for the government. You get to see these type of cases all the time, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some stories. Oh yeah, you got some stories.
So Pat, what do you do exactly?
I'm a TANF case manager, so I actually deal with the ladies or gentlemen, because there are gentlemen that gets the cash assistance. So I basically have to make sure they do the work activity, because you are required to do a work activity of 30 hours, whether it's job search or you already working, going to school, different things to that nature. They have to be doing it, and they have to show proof that they're doing it every week, because they got to turn that in. Okay. If they don't turn it in, then the attendance, the lady that keeps the attendance for us, that turns the sheets and send it back, and we can close the case.
So it's like part under that new law where they say if they not actually going to school or finally getting a job, that they will start taking the assistance away.
It's basically where they're just going to be sanctioned and it's closed out. You can be closed. If it's your first time, you be closed for 1 month. The second time, 3 months. Third time, 6 months. Fourth time, up to a year. So, yeah, they're not playing now.
They don't give out no more free money.
Nope.
Yeah, man, y'all. Hey, man, it's time to get up and do something. You know, you folk been, getting all this government assistance and all this stuff. I get it. I understand. We've been in that situation a long time, and we used to it. But now I hope this forces us to just make better decisions, or some other decisions. Try something different. That's all. You know. Hey, my boy Trump, and you know what I mean. No, we ain't finna talk about that.
No, we ain't finna talk about that. He sure got cussed out yesterday.
Man, everybody get cussed out now.
When you get in there, come on with it.
He sure got cussed out yesterday.
Drop it out.
So in y'all honest opinion, what y'all think going on with these fires in California, man?
Somebody actually probably started it.
Hello.
That's come on.
Homemade fire.
That's actually been for the longest because of the dryness. Because of the dryness, like normal here, it's not dry all the time, so you can flick a cigarette out the window if you finish it, or a cigar or whatever, and it burns out.
Right
out there, one leaf can set the whole forest on fire.
Yeah, I believe it, but now I don't believe.
They pick the windiest day, to start their fire.
And they control the weather. It ain't like they can't control the wind. When they can make whatever they want to make happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like. If we talking about forest fires, that's one thing. But we talk about like houses catching on fire, and it ain't coming from nowhere outside.
Different spots. It wasn't just one big old.
It was
They just out.
Yeah.
It was 3 spots, and all of them went in flame at the same time.
And they lost a lot of houses, isn't it?
Shit.
Is California going broke or something?
No.
This sounds like an insurance scheme.
Huh?
That Todd set up to put us with the bullshit.
Hey, I don't look past nothing.
All them houses, and then the rich house. You ain't just going regular neighborhoods.
These are rich people.
Celebrity houses.
Yeah.
Something going on.
Yeah, and I think the reason why a lot of people think that is because I think last month or like a month or 2 prior, the insurance companies dropped the fire protection policy.
Oh.
And that's what a lot of people are mad at.
Can they do that?
It's just say, for instance, like they say it was finished snow. Last week they tell it's going to snow. A lot of people don't know your insurance policy on your house, they probably had taken off flood damage. You didn't know. Because they know it's about to be a disaster, there's a possibility of a disaster. So it's some underlining when you get that book or that contract, when you sign all that stuff, there's a lot of underlining stuff. So what I found out is if you sign anything more than 3 pages, you might need an attorney to look it over. Because they got some underlining stuff. Oh, well, if it do snow like that, the ice, when it melts, guess what happens? It turns into water, it floods. So cancel the flood damage.
But that kind of makes sense, though. That does make sense, because before I moved back home to Memphis, I lived in Smyrna for 39 years, but I had my own house. And I had to quickly sell it. I had somebody to try to, I was going to remodel it. So I wasn't planning to move back home. Of course, even though they were fussing me that I need to come back. But my house, yeah, I guess. But my house ended up, after I sold it, I ended up having to sell it because the person that claimed that they were remodeling, they actually didn't fix what needed to be fixed up under the house. And so I ended up getting a letter from my insurance where the insurance wasn't going to be renewed because of something was going on. I was like, how did they know? I didn't even know they had came. So my house ended up being where, and I was the people that bought the house was a cash offer, and they were good people, and they actually were realtors, but they gave me a good deal. But it was the fact that I lost a lot out of it because they ended up letting my realtor know that house was actually, they were surprised that me and my kids who grew up in that house was still living or not sick, because they said it was so much mold where it had been being covered up. So when I bought the house, who I bought it from, it was still like they just did a fix. And then here I go with it, and they said it had rolled all the way through in the inside of my kitchen when they pulled everything out. So they were like telling her that it was amazing that me and my kids. So, but I was like, well, I don't have the kind of money that it was going to cost to fix it, so I had to do a quick move. And I was like, well, I had already said, well, maybe it's just time for me to go back home. So I came back down here, and I ended up buying a house here. And actually, the insurance, when I had to get the insurance for this house, I told the lady what had happened. She actually offered some extra insurance just for that, what happened to me up there, to put in that policy for me.
Was you on one of them elevator houses?
No, my house was
just the flat.
Not crawl space.
I had it was a crawl space, and I had over an acre of land. So come on now, and I only got. I mean, I did a good deal out of it, but still, I could have got more if it wasn't what had happened up under. But it was a crawl space. I lived in on a septic tank as well. But when I say the house now, it's amazing how they did it, and I was like, wow. Yeah. If I had that kind of money to do it, I probably would have been able to stay. But I was like, well, it's just time for me to come home.
Things happen for a reason.
Yep.
But this fire stuff, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, Anytime I see stuff like this happen, I already know it's something else going on. I do believe it's intentionally set on fire, and then these just ain't coincidences. Just like you said, they cancel your fire insurance, and then all of a sudden this happened. And then they ain't got, they talking about they ain't got no like water reservoir, and they right on the ocean.
Yeah, they say the water.
And I think that's what pissed a lot of people off.
And then they go and talk like how you got the mayor. She come in. She come from Ghana. She come off vacation. She come in. She get hit with the reporters, and she don't say nothing. Y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that. She just look like she like a deer in the headlight.
Yeah, like she a mute.
What?
Like damn.
Yeah, she just stood there like
no answer, no nothing.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to say to your people. She was just She ain't say no comment. She ain't say nothing. And then the governor, him and Trump into it. These people be knowing. They know what's really going on. That's why the people that actually live in California, they know. So it's just like when people like from outside talk about what's going on in Memphis, we really know. They probably putting some bullshit on the news, but we know what's going on.
We know what's going on.
Yeah, man. So
the only thing I had about it was, okay, I get it. California been having natural fires forever.
Yeah.
But my thing was, how the hell the fire hydrants dry?
Exactly.
And I think that's what a lot of people getting from y'all. Maybe there's something going on because, like you said, you got a natural water source.
Yeah,
that should never.
It don't make no sense.
But the thing about it is, just like Memphis, we have a natural water source, but we also have to clean it for public. And believe it or not, the water that come out the fire hydrant, you can actually drink it. Right. Here in Memphis, so it goes through the pumping stations and things of that nature. But you would think, as large as California is,
and as many forest fires they have,
and so it should be able to be contained without using water copters.
Yeah. Well, if they already, just like Katrina, they knew the motherfucking dam was gonna break, and they didn't fix the dam. So they be knowing.
And the guy just ran through the crowd in New Orleans right before the fire started. So I feel like it's all some kind of
yeah, it's
smoke in the air. They doing something else going on.
See this? I'm a skip. I believe if it sounds too far-fetched, that's what I believe. I don't believe the normal news.
Conspiracy theories.
Funny.
I love it. I believe all of it.
But this dude there, he was just a drunk, mad at somebody and took it out on the
people. So you just take it out on the people because
he was mad.
That's what they said about the fight, though. Y'all saw they trying to put it on one person who started it.
You said again?
The same, whatever kind of nationality the man was that ran through the crowd, they saying the guy that same, whatever nationality is the same guy or the same people who started the fire. They trying to put like they found the guy, they arrested him.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, you did.
So now you finna start hearing.
Yeah, they putting it on something.
We finna start hearing the word terrorist a lot.
It's exactly
that's already the New Orleans was already debunked about the terror. They already debunked
as long as they put it out the word. Once they say it, everybody gonna start saying it.
Yeah,
and now we create a narrative around it. But the dude that blew up that cyber truck, white guy, no signs of, no history of suicidal, nothing.
Blew a wood.
Hold on, so you saying somebody that blew it up? I thought there was a malfunction in the cyber truck.
So what they're saying is, all right, so they say he was supposedly supposed to shot himself in the bottle and killed himself. And then I guess it had a timer on the bomb that was in the truck parked in front of the Trump Towers, blew up. Right? But nobody, it can't be a terrorist attack because nobody was killed.
Right.
Nobody, just him.
Just him.
And now it's, they started gathering evidence, so they're saying, well, this body was already in this truck. And the gun he was supposed, the SIG that they say he shot himself with, wasn't even in the truck. And it's a cyber truck, it can drive itself. So that's they can set that whole thing up to make it look like this, and they tell us something.
I wouldn't be surprised because your boy got caught, and that's why he want to get rid of that Supreme Court justice, not Supreme Court justice, the director of the FBI.
Who got caught?
Who got?
His partner.
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
Why you stay talking about Trump?
No, because you said so
before about Trump all the time.
No, because I mean, he know that was a joke. He know that was a joke.
It's raining outside. It's Trump fault. It's Trump fault.
No, because they even silenced it. The report came out and he was talking about he got shot. There's no medical records or no nothing.
How we start talking about that though, Chris?
Because you said about the Cybertruck, like conspiracy theories.
Okay.
But some people go with conspiracy theories, and I'm like,
I just don't
look at what it is.
No, I don't like when people decide they believe or don't believe something because they don't like the person. It's like, no, I'm like Trump, so I believe anything bad they say.
No. I understand that, but no. See, I don't. If you say Pat did something and Pat say you did something, like,
yes, you do.
Who give a damn who did it, but who did it? You see what I'm saying?
That ain't what I'm talking about. But anyway,
but it's not like I don't like Trump, anything like that. I don't agree with a lot of stuff he do, but certain stuff is just wrong is wrong. I don't care what it is. How I feel about you, if I like you, on the verge, I almost love you as a brother.
Nigga, you better love me, nigga. I ain't a brother.
If you go do something wrong,
still on your trial, baby.
What they say, pause.
We in the South. We ain't saying none of that shit.
Some way, somehow, this shit leads back up to Trump. I don't care what it is.
It don't matter what it is.
I don't care
But you know what I'm saying? If you do something wrong, then I'm shit. He was wrong.
But
you see what I'm saying?
But if we measuring up wrong, if we've been doing wrong like for years, so
exactly.
It's like. It ain't like we coming out of a right situation and into the hands of somebody that's gonna do it wrong. We've been doing wrong this whole time. We just not realizing it. So it's like, well, shit. Which white man we gonna choose? Which white man and which wannabe black lady we gonna?
So you say the less of two evils. Can you say?
Well, I used to say that, but it ain't even two evils. Both of the parties playing. It ain't even the person that's the party.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say the party. It's basically what my understanding for years. I've always thought it's the best liar.
Well,
Trump is not a good liar.
He
gonna say exactly.
like he can't. He just
He gonna tell you I'm lying.
He lying, but you know
he'll tell you
he lying. So yeah.
So with that being said, man, I've talked to a lot of people that are actually dealing with like, well, I ain't gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say a handful though. They dealing with this. Actually, what prompted this? They dealing with mental issues because of the different changes that, like, I know somebody specifically. I'm not gonna say their name, but they got caught up in the social media drama. They trying to start a business and they got depressed because they fed into what they saw on social media, like everybody's thriving and they not. So they went through a depression. They started taking pills and stuff like that, and then they just led to them having to go to therapy and stuff like that. And I wanted to ask y'all, do you think I'm gonna start with Fran first. Do you think it's necessary for most people to go to therapy?
I do.
If you was to go to therapy, what would it be for?
Understanding, seeing it from another point of view instead of just mine. What I probably would be going for is just love, being a single woman and dealing with that and not feeling uncomfortable or bad about wanting to be single or the way I want to, date or whatever. I will be going just for understanding. But some people need to go because they can't see past what's right in front of them. Right. Or their mind has been going one way for so long that that's the only way they know, so they need to talk to somebody to hear another way to handle or figure out something. So I do feel like everybody need it.
You ever thought about going to therapy?
I have, but I started off doing the whole going to church, praying, fasting, spend some time alone, getting to know myself. I took that route first. I think eventually I probably will see the lady, but right now I'm kind of okay with how this is going, this journey.
And that's therapy too. That's self therapy. Chris, you ever thought about going to therapy? I just didn't want to leave you out the question. I knew you were going to say no.
We knew your answer.
Like, no.
The reason why I say that because you know I got tough skin. To me personally,
because you don't want no lotion.
No, I don't have to. I'm oily too, but anyway. But to me, therapy is when people have a hard time accepting themselves for their wrong decisions, and they want to blame other people. So they say they get themselves in a funk. So they feel like they need to talk to somebody to help them out that funk. But just my opinion, it's a personal thing where you know you done something you shouldn't have done. It's almost like a regretment towards yourself, and you need somebody to help talk you out of it, because you done lost yourself within yourself because you knew you did something that you wouldn't normally do. And now it's like, how the hell I get out of this? And that's how you find a person there. Well, I'll just smoke this blunt, I'll take this drink. The next thing you know, that substance that you bringing in is adding to your depression. And now, oh shit, I need to talk to somebody. You're talking to yourself all alone, but you're not listening to yourself, because yourself is telling you right before somebody else can. That's just my belief on it. So if you can work within yourself, I don't need a therapist. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
And I said, and before I get to you, Pat, now one thing I was researching, I was looking at the different reasons people go to therapy, right? So one is of course mental health concerns, like people that are experiencing conditions like depression, anxiety, PTSD, mood, disorder, stuff like that. Then you got emotional pain. Some people can't get over relationships or a death in the family, stuff like that. They deal with intense emotions like grief, guilt, shame, anger, stuff like that. Then you got life transitions. I think most of us kind of fall in one of these categories. Life transitions. Major life changes such as divorce, career shifts, moving, becoming a parent. Because those type of stuff can create stress. And then you just got self-improvement. Many people seek therapy not because of a crisis, but as a way to enhance their personal growth, right? Relationship issues, trauma recovery, chronic stress, like it's a lot of different reasons. Me and Pat was talking not too long ago, and she actually took the step to, start going to therapy. I want Pat to talk about, first of all, the reason why you felt like you needed to take that step and actually go to therapy. Why you feel, first of all, did you feel like you needed to talk to somebody? Did you feel like you just didn't have nobody to talk to?
I mean, I had people to talk to, but I just felt like at the time I was crashing. With the job that I have, it's very stressful. But then life can always hit you too. So a lot of times you didn't even know there was a lot of things going on in my life that I was crashing. I'm still trying to get over the death of my mom. It's been 10 years now, and I was her only child. So here you got me, and I lost my mama. I got brothers and I got cousins and stuff, but it was my mama. Right. And I got my kids, but they were suffering because that was their grandmama. And she was our world. And then being at the job for 25 years, it's going to be 25 years, what ended up happening was I was so stressed out at work. It was so much stuff, and I started crying. I was losing myself because you got these customers that's just going at you, but you're trying to help. You're like, and then I'm feeling like I can't take off of work because if I do, it will get behind, and nobody's going to do my stuff. It's for me because I'm a very OCD when it comes to my job, that I nearly crashed because I got sick. And I ended up saying, I can't do this no more. I can't. With everything still going on, although I agree, but I'm still in somewhat of a good place, I just can't do it. Then, I dealt with Elijah and his depression. My son, before he got grown, I thank God now that he's in a good space. And me taking him to therapy. He went through depression so bad that he wanted to kill himself. And it was like, Lord, what can I do? Because I feel so alone. How can I get my child? I felt lost. But I was more so working on him than my own self, and then realized my mental health was also. So I was just wanting to make sure he was good first. And once he got good, then I knew that it was time for me to work on me. So I had a lot of issues, and you don't realize when you go to see a therapist, they pull out a lot of stuff. And when I tell you I was pulled out, that my thought process was I was being overworked, and that was my first thought. But as she kept talking to me, and as we have our sessions each time, it was more and more and more. But it was pulling me out, and it was getting me to a good space. And even now she's like, well, no, if you always need me, you can always call and text me, whatever. But it happened when it was in June, and it was before my birthday. I had a trip planned to go to Jamaica in August. I was just thinking, you know, I used to have a good time. I was a party person. I didn't care because I just lived my life. And I kept feeling like something is wrong. And I was like, I kept drinking and drinking and drinking, thirsty, and I was like, please don't let it be what I thought, which was diabetes, which running my family. And I kept this going a whole week, not afraid to take off. I called and I called my supervisor. I said, I gotta go, something is wrong. And as I went, I ended up in the hospital. I went to urgent care, and she was like, no, we can't see you. You're at 500. You need to get to the hospital, your levels. And I was like, what? So I ended up at the hospital, and by the time they got me to the room, I ended up at ICU because I had a level of 700. And I had to stay there 4 days, and it was heart-wrenching. I was tearing up, and I was like, Lord. And I just kept saying, please, my babies need me. Even though they're grown, they need me, and this is all we got. And once I did that and I got out, I ended up using EAP. And I used it first for my job stress. But as I used it for my job stress, and I kept telling her, just in tears, and how one customer kept pulling at me, and I know I'm trying to do the best I can because I've been on the other side of that desk. And I told her, I said, I just lost who I am, and I feel like they don't see it. They keep telling you, you gotta have this done by this time. What? So it was stressing, but as time went on, it started becoming, after that I realized I had emotional issues. I had daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm a single woman. I raised these kids by myself, but I urged for my daddy, and he was never really like there for us. And it didn't happen to him coming at the end, but I found that all the relationships that I was choosing, it was endangering myself because I'm just trying to find love. And because I know I felt like I need to be loved, because I was looking for somebody that I didn't have. I didn't have my daddy like I wanted. And so I started looking at a lot of issues, and she was pulling me out with tears. And I just told her, I said, I just want to be loved because I know who I am on the inside, and I know what I deserve and what me and my kids deserve. And she was just like, yeah, you deserve it. And it's like, and I kept saying, why do I keep picking the wrong type of men in my life? And we came up with how she was like, well, how was your dad? I said, he was never really there. And I loved him for to be who the daddy he was in the end. But he was never really there like I wanted him to be. And when I told him one time, I finally had got up the nerve to tell him and how I was hurt, he didn't care. And you never knew about that. He had no feelings about it. It's like, I done told you I'm hurting because you wasn't here. My mom took care of me. That lady was everything to me. And you not hearing me. And it was heartbreaking. But as I got to this point, I was like, I thank God that I had got to this point to know what was truly wrong with me. And now I'm still working on me, and I realized I don't have to have a man in my life. I don't need a man. Okay, yes, it would be good to have someone, but don't just take anything. Don't accept anything, because I was out here accepting anything all to say that I got a piece of man. No. Because I deserve what I deserve. And I also had the issues of, because I was a big girl, and there's nobody gonna want you. And you hear people always say, oh, she's a fat A, or she's this, and nobody gonna want her. But then you realize that you get out, there are men that think you're beautiful.
Yeah, want a big woman.
And like big women. But you hear that in your head, though. You keep getting that pound in it. Then you have people that's supposed to be your friend, your brother, your sister. They call themselves your friend. And then you hear that they's talking about, don't nobody want you. You think, oh, you're not. No. And people like, why you always taking? I got to the point where my self-esteem was so good that if you look on my Facebook page, I'm always taking pictures because I look at how I am. I am beautiful. I don't care what you say. I know what I am. And it's okay. And I don't have to take a piece of man. And I was quick to fall in love. My brother would always tell me, Pat, it's always him saying, Pat, you just too, you fall too quick. And he was right. And if I see somebody, a man that comes to me and like show me attention, now I'm like, I'm okay. You're not gonna get in my spirit, because I'm not here for you just to want to get some, because I'm not doing that. It's too much out here, and I'm too cautious of things, and I'm too cautious of who I would bring into my life now, because I've learned from those choices that I made, and I had ended up marrying somebody that I knew I shouldn't have married, and he almost took my life. And my brothers was getting ready to come to Nashville. I was like, nah, because they're gonna look at me. So I had to look at those choices. I'm like, no, that's not who you are. That's not what you deserve. And then men want to be like friends with benefits. No. How is it that it's okay to hang around me and be with me, but I'm not good enough to be in a relationship with? But once you out, you in a relationship with somebody else. So that was mentally messed with me because of my father and the issues that I had with my father. Then I also, knowing that I have brothers, I would always talk to Eric because I felt close to Eric, and he's younger than me. So I was pulling with him because I had the love. Oh, excuse me. But all the other, I had to learn that some people, you gotta meet them where they at.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody's not gonna be you.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes you just have to accept it. Even now that I'm down here in my mental, because I be like, I don't know nobody here. And I feel alone. And sometimes I send Eric a message, it'll make me feel better. Because I got my cousin them and all that, but I'm so where I can go around everywhere. I will be in Nashville, I'm everywhere. I'm just everywhere. And I don't feel like that now, because I'm having to get the norm of being in Memphis, and I don't have to go in the office, so I'm definitely not gonna meet anybody in there because I don't have to go. I work at home. And so it's like trying to get to know people. And I'm like, I ain't got no friends here. But I'm with my cousin them. They want to go out to eat. They want to, of course we go to church and things to that nature, and we go to the grocery store. But I want to get out. But I'm too scared to get out. And I was telling him about how with all the things when I got here, so much stuff was happening. And when I had moved here before I bought my house here, somebody broke in my car and tried to take it. Well, I don't have the car no more now. But it was like that. From that, it's like hearing things that started terrifying me. But you can't live your life in fear. You can't do that. But that's how I had to finally tell Eric, I know you want me to come out. And I know you want me to come to things. And I finally was honest with him and say, I be wanting to come out. But it's my mental that mess with me, be like, I'm scared to get out because I'm afraid something's going to happen. And I shouldn't be like that, because I need to get out to meet people. But that was like how it was like, if I asked you to come do something, they would come for me. And I'd be wanting to go, but it's just like, I don't know how to tell him. I'm so scared until I told him when we had the conversation about me taking therapy and where I'm at now. And I just be like, I just need somebody just to be a friend. I have friends. That's all and I said, all my friends is in Nashville. I kind of got to get used to this. And they say, well, what about people at church? Yes, it's a small church though. I'm here, it's a small church. People are married. I don't know, I'm single. And so that's like trying to get my son out. We can't get him out the house for nothing. Like, he's such a homebody. He'll work, but he won't get out. So it's like, but his mental good though. As long as it stays where we got him at, he knows how to work how the way this therapist taught him. I don't worry about him, because I check on him. He's like, I'm good, mama, and that's fine. He's worried more about me than anything. Yeah. So when the family have gatherings, especially on my dad's side with Eric and Andre and them, I look forward to it, because I do spend more time with my mama, and I was a lot of them over there. And so I look forward to spending time with my dad's side. And it being the only girl is a little, and I know they love me. But yeah, them daddy issues was hard. And I tell you, having to go through therapy, it helps. People don't seem to think like it don't, but it does, because it helped. And it wasn't just my youngest child. My oldest child had to have therapy, because I was having issues with him, and we were trying to get him to a good space. His dad wouldn't even come to therapy because he didn't believe in it. Yeah. And we're cool. We're big. We like a big blended family, but he didn't believe in going to therapy.
A lot of people like that though.
And I was like, well, okay.
A lot of men like that.
I was like,
a lot of men, but I was trying to get him to go to help his son. Yeah. But he's grown now, and he's a dad, got all them the babies, but hey, it is what it is. And so my youngest is with me. I don't know how much longer he gonna stay here, because he's like, mama, I was like, well, I just wanted to come back home to be closer to family. And now I'm like, do I need to go back? Because and I was like, well, and my daughter is like, mama, you need to come back. I said, well, I can't right now. And I got to look at it in maybe some years. We'll see what happens, but right now I'm supposed to be here, and I'm just still trying to work on my mental, get to a better place, because of the bad and wrong choices of relationships I made. And I look at, sometimes I could see the issues, because I'm telling you, when you think you care about this man, you fell in love with this man, he treats you good, but he out here doing other things with other people, and that's just not what I want for me. But as me and Eric was talking, sometimes you have to decide what you're willing to accept to be in a relationship, because people will say every man cheats. That's what they say. Every man will cheat. So it's up to you to choose to decide, okay, if he loves you and he doing all these things for you, taking care of you, are you willing to accept that he's still doing stuff on the side? Are you willing to take that?
It's a different situation. I mean, it's a different conversation with the same results, because a lot of folks say they want $1 million now, 6-figure guy. They're gonna take care of them, but guess what? Guess what comes with that?
17 hoes,
side chicks.
So many side chicks,
ex-wife, assistants.
I'm not saying all. It's just the percentage of the numbers is up. That's all.
But what I loved about Erica's way of me talking to him, he never judged me. People out here still want to be so judgmental. He never judged me. Now, he would tell me, now, Pat, you know how you is with these choices. I get it. And I maybe be hard, I don't want to hear it, but I know what he's saying is real, and it's because he care about me. And I like the fact that how far he's come. And so I love it to hear it. And I just, and I'm saying, like, this last relationship, I'm telling you, when you fall for somebody, you really fall for them, you've given you would do anything in the world, and just to be there. And then I had to think, when you have to go out here and go searching to see if somebody cheating or doing some stuff, then you need to let that go, because that would drive your mind crazy. And I had to realize that, because I'm like, if somebody let me get myself out there, my character that much, I need to ride. I need to ride out, because that is dangerous for yourself, because you can end up hurting somebody or yourself with that. And I found myself where I got too far. But my mind was saying, Get back. Because I ended up at the night leaving out my house to go see what I saw, and there it was. What you gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I said, get home. And my cousin was like, girl, I'm gonna whoop your tail. I said, it's just that I'm tired of, it was like, I'm so tired of my heart getting broken. I was like, I'm so just tired. I'm like, I'm a good woman, and I'm tired of being broken. I'm tired of people just poking at my heart, and this time I'm not taking it no more. And I was just gonna snap on her. And my therapist like, you have to look at it, do another way. We have to get you to the point where you're gonna be stable and okay with it. And it's okay that they broke your heart, and it's okay to grieve it. But it's not okay to go out here and think you're going to do something about it.
Right.
So you have to look at other avenues. And she said, get out. Do this, do that. And I had to look at that. Yeah. And I was telling Eric about it. I said, I'm not going to do that. And I can't give myself, I have to learn how to focus and say, okay, if I meet this person, not jumping in. Let me take my time and pull myself back and let me see what he really talking about. Because you can point out them red flags, because they gonna give them to you sooner than later.
Soon, all you gotta do is be quiet and let them talk.
Right. And one thing is, I'm proud. I'm real proud of Pat, because Pat was honest with herself. You can't even take that step until you be all the way 100% honest with yourself and say, man, I got an issue, I got a problem, because I keep finding myself in the same position. And I had the same feeling every time I get it. Like, you know, if I'm being reminded of what I need to change, why am I not doing it? Well, it's because you don't know how. So I do believe, I used to think, just as a man does, like we don't really believe in therapy, because we don't believe in we don't think that we should be talking to strangers about problems that we get. But if you think about it, it's best to talk to somebody that's not biased, because you can go to talk to a family member and they'll tell you everything you want to hear. And that's not healthy at all. If I know you messed up, why am I telling you, don't, you know, what you do? Like, what's like, let me kind of like poke at you a little bit. And even if you're mad at me, that's why a lot of times, even, you know, brothers and sisters gonna fight, gonna argue. But that point that I had got to, it wasn't, a lot of times I just brush it off after we get to argue, because I know what your real issue is. I already knew what your issue was. You weren't ready to hear it yet. You had to hear it from somebody else other than me or Dre or something. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, so let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask you, friend, do you think your family members, let me ask you this, do you have family members you can actually go to and talk to when you got an issue, and you can be honest with them?
I do, but as far as a response, I don't go to them, because like you said, I know their comment is to always protect me or keep me happy on their side, so they're not gonna tell me what they think gonna make me mad. Which I do want somebody around me that's gonna tell me the truth, because how the hell I'm gonna grow if you ain't? Because I know they're afraid that if they tell me I'm wrong, they're not gonna be able to come back and ask me for whatever they need from me later, because they're gonna feel like I'm holding on to the truth they told me earlier, which I might be mad about. Don't, like you said, don't want to hear it, but as long as I know you coming from a place of love and telling me, I shouldn't be mad. But I don't. If I do go tell my folks something, it's because I'm telling them the whole ordeal after it happened, and I'm gonna sum it up and give you the ending like that. But going to somebody else, I don't have. And I just made a post about that the other day. I forgot what the original post was, but I said I am in search of a new circle, because I want to be around people that's already got their stuff going, that can motivate me. They can tell me, hey friend, stop doing that, do that. What you're doing over there don't make sense. You need to go over here and do that. I don't have too many people in my circle that can do that, because for one, they probably ain't made it far in life to the point where they can tell me something like that.
Exactly what I was like. If they tell you, you gonna listen.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with taking criticism from somebody, but sometimes it's gotta make sense.
Right.
Where, especially if it's coming from you, it's gotta make sense. You can't tell me how to hop this bridge if you never hopped
You
that
ain't
bridge.
never did it.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
And with me being, well, I did have my own salon. Not too many people in my family have had a storefront, so I couldn't run to them when she was gonna harvest this business.
You still, that's your salon, right?
No, the one I'm at now is my cousin, but I had one that was on Mount Ryan.
Okay.
So I couldn't go to a lot of people in business and all this stuff was happening because you're not gonna understand. I'm telling you my business more than I'm getting, you know, some feedback, because now you just know shit's hot water over here. But
Right.
you can't tell me how to fix this hot water. So it was just hard to run to them.
That's if you want to, like me, I always wanted, like, some people don't even really care for it. They don't. I ain't gotta talk to nobody. I'm good. I always wanted to be able to have people I can go and have a safe space and talk to. Never had that until I got a support group. So I didn't go to therapy, but I had a self-development group. It was business, but we had to go through self-development in order to get better at business. But that helped, like, because just like she said, I had to go through, I had to talk about some stuff I never got a chance to talk about. And when I went deep, I started hitting spots where I was like, whoa, hold on now. Oh, yeah. Now I'm
new.
Yeah, I'm you know, my voice cracking and like, oh wow, I didn't know. I knew it was there. I didn't know where it was rooted at until I got to talk about it. So now I got people around me that's willing to, and that's what it's like breaking. I mean, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders once you know you can say something to somebody and they not judge you for it. And they've been through it, and they can say something back to you. They can, you know, you can share.
Help you along.
Yeah, that's a different, like, that's a different energy.
So glad I can tell you, I got so much to say.
Man, not everything there, but some things you be like, man, I gotta say it because. But Chris, you a military brat, right?
Not brat. From a family of military people.
Okay.
When they call you a military brat?
No, military brat is the child of a military person. My pop went in the military.
Oh, for real? I'm glad you told me that, because I'll call everybody, nigga, you a military brat. Nigga, I would, yeah.
No, your parents had to be in the military for you to be a military brat, and that you don't have to be in there yourself.
Gotcha. Okay.
But even though the only time I probably needed therapy, but I didn't need it because at that point I still had my pops, grandmother, aunts and uncles and everything. Because when I was away, that when my sister started getting into stuff. And everybody know, don't fuck with Tua while Chris around. But when Chris gone, we got her. Now, I'm hundreds of miles away, not into it. And I'm getting pages and to call home, what's going on? What's the name didn't? I'm like, shit, I can't fucking be Mogadishu, Iraq, wherever I'm at. I can't jump up and be back in Memphis the next day. You see what I'm saying? So at that point he used to fuck with me, but my captain said, look, dude, she growing up, ain't shit you can do about it. And my skin, fuck, I can't. Plug it.
Yeah.
And it's not to say I don't care or anything like that. Anything I can't. If I have no control over it, I can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna lose a wink of sleep or worry about it. Even if something that's going on with me, like what Pat was saying earlier, people get stressed out about that. Man, fuck that job. Not to say it like that. The job pays my bills, but this job ain't gonna stress me out.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But we need to do both. Well, nigga, help me.
Yeah.
If you ain't, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because soon when I leave work, I'm gonna stop getting me a beer. I'm gonna go home and watch me a movie. I'm cool. I learned it because of certain, like you said, people that help. I never had to go to therapy. Because if something pissed me off right now and it racks me and upset me, I can call any uncle or any aunt that's still living. Well, we know what you is. You just fucked up right now. Go get you a beer and calm the fuck down.
But that's what we do though. Go sit your, go lay your head down.
You see what I'm saying? And
Mama just got shot in the head. What? I can't sleep this off.
I can't do anything about it. You know what? I can't do anything about it. Like I say, my skin is tougher, and I've learned how to protect certain feelings within myself.
Yeah.
So I've learned that, and I'm not saying it's good because people who say you just nonchalant. I can't do nothing about it. Why am I worried about it?
No.
That's how I am.
But do you? Alright. So when you in a relationship, because a lot of times, it's like, you know how you ask somebody, why you single? Like, I don't know. Like, what kind of question is that? They don't know, right?
Well, I think they know, they just don't want to tell it.
Yeah,
that too.
That too.
But people always attribute them being single with something being wrong with them. Why you single? Like, why is that a question?
Yeah.
Why am I single? I'm single
If
because
I'm asking if you're single, it's because I kind of want to see where you at. Like, have you grown enough to answer that question where it's a answer, not a, man, these folks just crazy, man, these folks don't want me, man, I don't feel like they cheat.
That's the first thing they're going to say. They're going to blame somebody else as opposed to themselves.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm single because if you come up and you just say things, you out Walmart or wherever, you attracted to a guy, and y'all get to talk, why you single, man? I guarantee he gonna, cause man, look, I ain't shit. I cheat on every woman that I ever been with and stuff like that. He's not gonna tell you that.
In so many words, if you listen, he will.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. He gonna make it seem like the next person did it.
But I just
And then the words, look, and then the words he saying, I'm like, I understand what's going on, baby. You ain't gotta say too much.
I just say I'm single by choice.
No,
But that they don't like that answer when I say, well, why are you single? I say it's by choice because I need to work on me.
No, Pat, that's actually not a good answer either, because you're not single by choice. When people say I'm single by choice, that's because you ain't been chosen. That's the thing there. So it's a lot of subliminal bullshit that people say to make themselves look good upon meeting new people, and they try to hide the fact that I'm 45 years old, I'm single, and I ain't got this. You ain't never been married. So somewhere, like you said earlier, somewhere deep down, there's something wrong with you that you probably ain't. You ain't got the courage to admit to that person. You want to try to hide it or make it seem like it's not there, but like you said, eventually it's gonna come out.
Eventually, it may take a long, but that's when you go. It's two ways to look at. Well, it's two ways you ask somebody why they single. If you see a person and you see how they look, and then you say it, it's like, well, just because I look good, that mean I gotta be right.
I mean, you ain't good though.
Then you meet somebody and you get to know them, and then you be like, damn, why are you single? Because you a good person. I feel like, because I've been.
That's why. Yeah.
That's so. If somebody asks me that as soon as they see me, why you single? I might not even answer that question, because I'm not. You basing it off how I look, and you don't know me. But after somebody get to know me, then I feel like I can open up to them, because what that tells me is you actually paying attention to me. That's some good shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm single, because of this right here. Either if they say, you know, are you single because of how I look? I'm gonna say because of that right there. Yeah. Or if they come to me, either way, it's gonna be because of that. I either don't want this, or I didn't find, like, I found something in you that I've been looking for that. So it's like if you ask me why I'm single, my first is why. That's what what's your point?
Why would you ask that?
Why? What's your point? What you want to know if I'm single for? Because if I just said you trying to get with me, it don't matter if I'm single or not. That's my decision. All right, let's shake it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it. It's like, hey, I ain't gotta have no attitude.
He did shake it up.
I'm like,
by choice.
Why are you worried about if I'm single or not? I mean,
it's by choice.
If I'm asking you single, it's because I'm ready. My next final question is, can I take you out the drink?
And see, there's me. I'm stupid. I literally would ask you that. You say you want to take me where?
Take you out for drinks.
Let's go. Don't worry about if I'm single or not. Because your motive. No. Listen, because the motive was to go out.
Make sure you ain't in a relationship. That's why I'm asking.
Your motive was to go get drinks. So why leave with love? Ain't no if.
That's a good point.
Ain't no if. Your motive was to go get drinks. So now it's like, look, no, ain't no if.
Why can't it be if though?
Well, it's no if.
Okay,
you asked me preliminary questions to get to your point. Why not just come out with your point?
Go ahead.
Okay, because in a relationship, I might get jumped on at the bar while we're getting drunk. That's why I asked.
Don't worry about that.
And if you lie, I can say you lied to me and said that you
No. You can't say I lied. You can't say I lied because I never answered the question that you didn't ask.
No, I'm not gonna move on to that second question until you answer the first one. So when I ask you single, you don't give me nothing. Oh, well, then nothing's gonna happen.
Like I said, my question gonna be like, why?
I'm saying because I want want to take you out for drinks.
Well, let's go have drinks and talk about it. Let's go have drinks and talk about it.
So, when we get there and I find out you got somebody,
Round one. Round one. Ain't no sense of acting a fool.
Okay. So, Chris, what you saying is,
you led me on.
I ain't let you
And
nothing.
you got free drinks out of me.
So women do it all the time.
yeah, all the time. Ooh,
Come on now.
Wait a minute, hold on. We finna get to that in a minute. That's good.
Oh, no, you did.
Listen, check this
on
out.
I ain't gonna say nothing because, shit happens.
So, Chris, you saying that if a woman asks you, can they buy you a drink, you wouldn't say, well, I got a woman at home. You wouldn't say that?
No, if I'm out, you know me, I get along. I'm friendly with everybody. If you say, look, are you here by yourself? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm here by myself because apparently I'm sitting at the bar by myself. Mind if I buy you a drink?
Specific. Yeah.
Yes. Can you buy me? Shit, it's on you if you want to. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Using semantics and shit.
And that's it. If you want to keep talking, say, well, I'm this. Eventually, hold on.
But do she want? I'm saying, if you at the bar and she buy you a drink, that's one thing. Somebody want to take you out to get a drink. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody that want to take you out.
Yeah. Now, if we talk. Now, if you tell me, I thought you were attractive, this, my name is such, what's your name, this, can we go do this here? I'm like, hey, well, I appreciate your honesty, but I'm actually in a relationship or I'm married.
Okay, yeah.
I can't do that.
Okay.
That's how it goes. Come up with
You didn't ask me if I was married. Niggas 5 years later.
No, I'm talking about the initial. I'm talking about the initial meeting.
Yeah.
I'm saying, don't give me preliminary questions to get to your motive. Tell me your motive and then let me tell you my truth.
So you basically saying, I want to try to holler at you. You want me to come here with you like this and just say I'm trying to holler at you. I just need to know if you taking or not.
You can say that, but what I'm saying is, at least say something that, hey, are you single? This too, because in my mind, this too easy. No, I ain't single. What's up with you?
Okay.
It's so many married men that are single that you have to ask. You have to.
And they don't wear their rings. They don't wear their rings either.
It becomes that easy because you present something that you're not. So I might represent something I'm not. If you're gonna throw yourself at me, you're gonna make it this easy.
Then just the answer.
I'm gonna take it and go forward with it as I can.
Let me ask a question though. So me coming to you and asking you, can I take you out for drinks? You would think that I am easy. Just I'm asking.
No. I'm not saying.
I'm asking question because I need this. I need to know what a nigga thinks.
No. I'm not saying you easy. I'm saying it can be. The man gonna think this is easy.
That's an easy question.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
not saying you easy, but he's gonna think it's she wants to. She like me, so okay. Let me go to the restroom real.
That's one thing. Like nigga, be like, okay, I know she's into me, but I don't want him to take like, oh, these be finna throw their pussy.
and believe it or not, if you drink too much in the way, if you allow the conversation to turn sexual, you might because you already put it out there.
Yeah. Once it's out there, it's out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I met this nigga out of Tunica.
See that?
Of all places.
Listen, the conversation, we could be talking about wall art. It was somehow just go to section. I'm like, dang.
This nigga good at it.
You hear me? Why would that
He kept flipping it on you.
I was like, you know what, sir? This is what you want, so just say it. Soon you say it, I'm gonna say no, but just going to be honest about what you want because damn, we can't even talk about pictures. And this shit goes, oh, send me a picture.
Right.
See you over that door right there. That's another door. That's another door.
Oh, Sean was so bad with that when we first met. How are you able to do this? How can you turn everything into? Like, man, yeah. But
the subliminal mind will speak his mind sometime when you ain't. Really, you think you're having a conversation about something, or you're talking about this here, the Universal podcast picture, that be nice stuff right there, but why the hell that dog gonna stall like a titty?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And there it is.
And that's the first thing
because we project most of the stuff we not thinking. That's who we are. Like right now, that's who I am. If I hear something that trigger it, that's the first. Like, didn't nobody think of it but you because my mind is always on there.
Okay.
But when you said that, hold on, you was asking about the easy part. Most people, and that's what I learned, most people are probably gonna lie initially. Their representative is gonna lie to you first. They trying to tell you something to whatever. Two people meeting each other because they're trying to get something from each other. right? So this man gonna come to you, and he gonna probably got a whole wife at the house, but I want something from you, and I'm gonna ask you certain questions, see if you fall for it. If you never ask me about my woman, I already know what's up. You never asked about it, and if you ask me, I'm just gonna tell you no. Yeah. If I'm trying to get something from you, I'm just gonna tell you no. And then if you don't investigate, if you don't believe, it's your word against mine. All you can say is, no, I believe that you got a woman. Oh, okay, but who says that?
Yeah.
So you gonna believe what I say?
Well, I'm an investigator, so.
Oh, lady.
That's not. Change. Switch that word. Switch that word, Pat. That ain't no investigating. No,
detective.
No, they got one word for that.
Okay, so that's where the issues. That's why I've gotten better, because I used to be like, I didn't trust. So the first thing I would do is, you tell me one thing, I'm just like, okay, I'm around here looking and being investigated, and I'm like, so now it's like I ain't got time for all that. So I don't. But I was bad at that. Like I did.
I want to ask you that question also. What is the? Well, I guess a two-part. What's the purpose of doing it, and then what are you gonna do when you find out whatever it is you want to find out?
Well, back in the day when I said when my issues were my issues, I would act a fool, just act a plumb fool, like and I'll just tell you, I would act a literal plumb fool, but. I also learned, my mom said, when you go out to find, stop searching for stuff, because when you go out to find it, you're going to find it.
Even if you don't, you're going to still find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anything, listen. Why is it a stop by this person name? I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I didn't have it.
And the next worst thing, don't ever be Facebook friends, because that's the worst thing ever.
And see, I post something to, oh my goodness, folks be hating me on Facebook. It's social media. What you so uptight about?
I know. Just like it or keep trolling.
It's nothing. People take social media like they look. I posted the other day. Nigga, social media ain't my life. Don't call me after I see this.
You ain't know them folks live social media.
I'm giving this social media.
If it ain't posted, it ain't real.
It ain't real. That's it.
But see, I had somebody like that though. It's like, because I had social media and I would post, or I may like somebody post, they go acting a fool, and I'm like, it's a joke. This stuff is a joke. Like, it was a post I made with Cat Williams. It had somebody, he had no car, no this, some. What kind of stupid are you? He was making a joke, and I posted. When I tell you I got snatched up with all this, you talking about, I said, it's a joke. But if you don't like what I posted, you can stroll past.
They're gonna feel some type of way.
And you know what I say about that? If somebody can literally snatch some stuff out the air, especially on social media, get mad about it, you probably hit a nerve.
They was already feeling some way. Yeah. and that repost just hit that nerve.
What Dick Gregory say? What Dick Gregory say? If you hit a rock and throw it at a pack of dogs, the one that bark, but shit, that's the one you hit.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
Hit dog holler.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
There you go.
But if I'm looking you up and doing all this searching, first of all, I do feel like if I gotta get to that point, then we're not really talking.
We're not going. Yeah.
If I'm continuing, it's just so I could be up on game. So whenever you do try to throw some bullshit my way, I'm saying, hold on now. Cause just December 13th, you just in somebody's front yard taking Christmas gifts with a bitch. And see her, I had 3 kids, so
I want to use the word so bad, but a lot of women getting mad when you use that certain word.
What, B?
No. If I have to call you a B, I'm really.
So what word then?
Toxic. That's toxic big hate.
Don't nobody feel no way about that weird.
See that? Mother, I don't hit this shit. See that? Nobody will do this shit.
I'm not gonna feel no way about this.
If it's toxic, it's just toxic.
You hear me?
So I think the point about it is, like you just said, where the underlying meaning to me, what you just said was, you basically got, like Eric said, you coming to get something from each other. You got what you wanted initially. Now you might want something else, and now you figuring out, wait a minute, this I done made a fucked up decision again. But it's too late. I already got what I got. But guess what? With whatever you got, you want to keep getting it. And now at that point, you think something, you sharing it.
Yeah.
When you could have. Because after the first night, I'm sorry, but I forgot to tell you I'm married. Then, guess what? You really mad then. But 9 times out of 10, you know what's going to happen 2 days later? How long we going to hide this from your wife?
It's something like that.
Because it's the woman's decision.
Yes.
Once, even though the man be truthful with her, we can get. We ain't worried about her. You'll leave him within a year, huh?
I'd rather know what's up front. Then give me the choice to either stick around and be side chick or not. But if you make me the side chick and I find out later, you ain't that wife in the
So if he tell you married, you still gonna find that
now,
drink?
if I'm really interested in you, like if you turn me on sexual, I'm ready to coach you and I don't give a damn what's standing between us, I want to be with you. You can tell me you married and I'm like, well, just call me on Thursday evening, like, I'm be down for the shit because I'm really wanting you. I don't give a damn about nothing.
Like I said earlier,
but if I don't
that's
like
the
you,
easiness of it.
But if I don't like you tell me you married, okay, what I want is not what you can give me, so I'm just gonna go about my business.
Yeah,
I want a single man that I can call any time of the day.
Give you your choice if you want to fool with him or not. That's basically what it is. Just give me the choice of if
I'm not
I
gonna push you out.
to accept to be a side piece.
Just give me that choice.
So why is it always it can't never be his choice?
Y'all don't always get it right.
See that?
Y'all don't always get it right.
Cause y'all like, no.
Being sure for what?
To decide if he want to mess with her.
If he got a woman?
Yeah. Why it got to be the woman's choice to mess with him? Why it can't be his choice to mess with her?
Yeah, it is his choice.
How?
Because you
just said let me choose. You just said let you choose.
You're trying to holler at her.
But you're choosing me because you want to continue something with me. But
like
you're not already told me that you're married.
You.
Yeah, but you're not told me married.
Yeah, but honestly, it's actually
your choice. Not his.
It is.
That's what I just said.
It's our choice.
But why can't it be ours?
Why has it got to be your choice?
Because you done chose me to want to be with me.
No, it do be our choice. When y'all be having them side chicks and they don't be knowing about the main wife, that is our choice.
No, it's not.
That is your choice.
Come on.
Listen, this is the Universal Thought Podcast. You see how they both saying the same thing and true at the same time?
You see?
Because real talk, listen, this what Fran just said. She said it is our choice, but we made the choice to lie to you. I made the choice to lie to you to get what I want. I didn't give you a choice. I made the choice for you. As opposed to telling you the truth and letting you get. So it could be either way. It just depends on the lie or the truth.
How you doing it?
How you present that lie.
And most people gonna lie.
If men do it right, you
may get what you want.
Decide in the mind. You just gotta do it right.
I want my choice to be in my favor.
Gotcha.
If I give you the choice, it ain't gonna be in my favor.
So that's
why you gotta lie. If God created it to be both ways, I mean,
it'll be an easy world living.
Yeah, man. That's why then you got to consider people's feelings. I don't necessarily, because I know what kind of guy I am, right? You can be, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cheating, it actually doesn't even. I don't cheat, but cheating doesn't make you a bad person. You just cheat. You can be a good person, just like you. If you've been with somebody that didn't treat you right, but they still cheated, don't mean they're a bad person. They treated you right. They're a good person.
I think it's just a bad character trait.
No, you don't think it's a bad? It's a bad decision. Everybody make bad. It's just a decision. Yeah. But it may be a trait because you don't. That's what I'm saying. One thing is based on something else. Everything is relative. So if I can't never find a woman, or I can't never stay with a woman, or not just be with one woman, that means I probably have. I may have commitment issues. I do everything the same way. Man, I'm indecisive. I don't know what car drive. I don't know what pair of shoes to wear. I don't know what, like, I do everything like that. As opposed to being tunnel vision on being focused on one thing. Some people have to learn how to do that, and that's discipline. And most people ain't got discipline.
I can see that. Because
that was like when I talked to you about, I ain't gonna say his name, but when I talked to you about it, and I said we were at a space where he would do anything. He would do anything in the world for me. We made the decision, like we were taking our time and getting to whatever, and of course I did fall for him. And my thing was, if you gonna mess with somebody else when you're with me, please give me the opportunity or the choice if I want to continue, or at least give me the opportunity to tell me, hey, you know what I'm saying, I may not like it, I may not even accept it, but if I tell you, and when I say that backfired, like, because he didn't tell me, and here I go. Social media is something else, because I may not even be your friend on Facebook, but stuff will pop up on your Facebook, and here it is, things will pop up, and I'm saying like. What? Like,
what's she doing, my people I may know?
Like, you sitting up here and you ain't told me nothing. And then, if I did it, you didn't like it. If I said, and all I said was, okay, so, he wanna know what's gonna happen with us. Well, you do what you do, and I do what I do. We'll be all right.
All right,
you
pause.
come back.
Pause right there. Right there.
You open the door.
Yeah, but let me ask y'all a question. Do you, if you ask your person to say, just, listen, if you doing something with somebody, just tell me. Do you actually think they're gonna tell you?
I'm not asking it.
Right.
If you cheat, you better be on top of notch. I can't
just better
see
not find out.
So why would you?
Because
That makes sense.
but I don't know.
You don't want them to tell you, but you rather use your energy to go find out.
I didn't have to find out is what you're saying. I'm saying social media is something else, and sometimes people, you know how it be give you suggested friends and all kind of stuff. It just if a video popped up.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying it's like I don't see how.
Now, if you cheat to the point where it's in my face.
I get that part.
Yeah,
what Pat's saying is like, okay, you think he cheating or whatever, and you use social media to do it. I'm like, I agree at that point. When they get to the point that it bothers me so much, when I ask you, please tell me the truth.
Because when you
I'm not finna go investigate and I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's like you can tell when somebody changed. Like here's the thing with me. I have a woman intuition. If you're doing all these things and you keep doing these things with me, you're video chatting me, you doing all these things, and then all of a sudden you started sliding back, and these things you're not doing these things as much.
I'm just gonna look into it just to make sure.
And I'm like, wait a minute, and then I'm telling you, okay, you changing, and I feel like there's something going on.
You know what happened?
My intuition is saying you doing something, and every time I feel like that, it does come because you got this chick with a whole big old picture of you and her. Okay, on Facebook. You know, I go on Facebook. I ain't got to look for nothing because it's gonna come to me regardless because it do. And there was when I'm your friend, because you know if I'm your friend, your suggested friends will pop up. That's why I had to hide it, but they still pop up. So this chick done popped up. You all up on this chick. You doing all these things, and you didn't tell me. You done took your ass out of town and ain't said a word to me, and here it go right here. But you get mad when I done came down in town. And I would have stayed at my brother's because the plan was to stay with you. I stayed at my brother's house because after that I was done. Here's the thing. People can
hold on. Real
people can do what they want to do.
You talking about? You I thought you were just
this is real.
This is real.
Okay.
So when I done got here, I'm not staying with you. I'm staying with my brother because I done saw what I had to say. And so when you called me and you wanted me to come over, I go over there and talk to you. We talk, yeah.
For what?
But and I told you how I felt. You don't know this person. You done met this person off of Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they got. Here's my thought, y'all. My life is precious. I don't care about nobody. It's just what it is. I'm not giving it to anybody. That's just my choice. And my life, and I protect myself. So when I'm in something, I'm in it. And that's why that's why Eric always say you so emotional, because I'm in it. I don't want to be out here with this one, that one, and I'm just in it, and I know I deserve that.
Yeah, I respect that, Pat. I'm just saying you can be in it, but can you be in it with? How do I say that?
No suspicion.
No suspicion. Without, you can be in it without giving everything until you receiving everything.
And that's what he said.
Yeah, that's
what he said. But by this time, it's months and passed. Like I'm trying not to get there, but by this time, it's months and passed. Like months
already.
It's fully getting in there. And you telling me you love me. We using the word we love each other and all these things, but at that time, and I looked at it. I forgave you. We moved past it. Moved on. But at the end of the day, you did it again. So it's like, okay, like Eric said, now it's your choice by this time if you to deal with what you want to deal with. And my thought process was, how is it okay after I see something, the whole video, another damn video with you somebody, how is it okay for me to, you choose somebody else over me? And the thing you say to me is, because you knew her longer. What the hell? We were doing a whole lot more than everybody. We doing birthdays, Christmases, everything, and you choose a chick over me. But you know what? Karma is a mug. That's all I'm saying about what happened.
I know niggas love themselves.
Yeah.
They love themselves, but the females love themselves. Niggas do. Men do. I say that. Because a man can cheat. A man can cheat and a woman come back 100 times. But the one time that woman cheat, a nigga through with you, baby. You are disgusting. Don't touch me.
And I said that.
You have to understand that relationship with that man and that woman. If that's his woman, no. A woman shouldn't put up places in a man's shoes. A man is easy. It's to some in the listen. Don't. I don't want that to sound wrong before you up and puff. But some men DNA is to have multiple women. Some is like that. It's not in a woman nature to have multiple men. So if that man actually choose you to be his woman, no, you can't mess off on him. He can mess off on you and don't give a damn.
But that's not fair.
That ain't shit. Life ain't fair. It's not. Ain't nobody. We're not talking fair right now, Pat. We talking about human nature.
Yeah,
we're talking about human nature.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the probability of someone having multiple people is the man as opposed to the woman. Now, you could be somebody I'm dealing with. You give a damn who you go out there and throw your back up for. I don't care. I don't love you. I have no feeling for. The only feeling I got for you is when you throw your back up to me. But if you my woman, you don't do that. You got to treat yourself like a lady if I choose you to be my woman. So no.
But it's okay for you to do it.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay. But the event, guess what? It'll happen.
It's gonna.
She's know that. If he allow himself to get in that situation. And it happens, and then he come beg for forgiveness. Okay, she'll take him back. But it's gonna take a long time to build that trust back up. But now if you go out there and do that, bitch, get your skank ass away. I can't stand this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So if he do decide to take you back, guess what? He gonna make sure he gonna make sure he keep a chick on the side just in case you do it again.
After that happened, when I said, okay, you do you and I'm gonna do me, he sit there and laughed to act the damn fool. He acted fool because I said, well, you did it. So let me. Well, he knew I wasn't gonna do nothing because I'm just not. That's who I'm not. That's who I'm not. And so, but he still was like, he. Hey, you laughing at? I mean, you chose to do it, so let me do it. But he knew I wasn't.
Do y'all understand this? That this whole thing is one big mind game.
That's why I think I'm not on the date, because it's literally a mind game.
And then social media is one of the things that'll make you go crazy because it's set up for you to be emotional. They got an emoji for every emotion. So I can text you how I feel. How you do that? That's crazy. I can literally send you an emoji and text message.
I can tell you angry in the text message.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then there's a difference between a like and a heart. Like, you heart this bitch, ain't it? That wasn't. I just held it down too long. I'm sorry.
Dude, I saw one of them skits by Ted Tuesday. Excuse my French, and I'm not calling it. Bitch, why you hearting all this nigga shit?
This nigga, every like, every picture.
She said, "That's my cousin. Fuck y'all, got some incest going on or something."
Hey, no, let me tell you something.
No, it was a skit, but some people say it was.
It happened.
It was real life.
Because when I'm doing my detective work on Facebook, once I see her name too many times on too many pictures, hey, this ain't no family member. When I'm doing my detective work, it's easy to kind of pick up on who the man cheating with, just because they do too much. Women do too much, so it's easy to pick up on it.
Why would you spend your energy even go through all that?
It really
I'm already on Facebook.
I'm be honest with you, it's easy for them to
I'm
do it.
already on
They already know what
They
they're looking
not
for.
understand.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, even why?
Only because of who I'm dealing with, I probably need to do it. Because listen, I don't go through phones. I'm not a go through phoner person. None of that.
When the last time you went through a phone?
When I needed to.
See that? But you say you don't do that.
I
That
don't,
makes no
but
sense.
listen though. She said, okay, this sound crazy. This sound crazy. I was with this guy just me. Like I said, I don't go through phone because I would lose 1,000 pounds going through a nigga phone because you're gonna see everything you want to see. But some told me to go through this phone just because it was already open. And I just noticed that I was who said I was. Now, yeah, it's a contradiction. No, it's a contradiction, I know. But I hate to say it, the Lord told me to go through it. I don't have no need. We're not dealing with each other. I don't feel like I'm important in your life, so I wouldn't go through it.
You had no need to go through the one you
Yeah, I was
dealing with.
finna go through mine.
No, it really.
You know what? You gave the same answer that all the women on the panel said.
But this is the thing though, something told me to go through it.
Oh Lord, that's that intuition stuff again, right? That's the intuition.
Yes, because I had to deal with everybody.
And
I
this
had
ain't
to deal with everybody.
No way. Women do have intuition. I'm telling you, and it does come to light. It never fails because I'm telling you,
I only have
those
evidence, but I
two
just know.
times I had that intuition and it came.
right.
It came to
You know
head.
what? And this about the cell phone thing.
Now, I ain't
This
going no
was the
cell
same
phone.
panel and the same conversation on the
I
same
ain't got no
podcast.
cell phone.
And dude, those women are speaking just like y'all said. But my intuition told me. My intuition this. You know what dude asked them? If your intuition told you to go through that phone, if your intuition told you that he was cheating, why didn't your intuition tell you he wasn't happy?
That he wasn't happy.
Yeah.
A part of that woman knows that a man ain't happy because you're not doing things that a happy man in a relationship would do with me. So I know you're not happy. I won't let go.
But most people
And
are.
I'll fight everything.
But that's, if you say that, that's like saying it's my fault. I found this and it's my fault, or my intuition is telling me this, but it may be my fault.
Give me that.
No, I think it's because you tell me one thing and I know it's something else. So I'm just gonna go get my own answer because I know you're not happy with me. I know you happy with somebody else. You just not saying it to me, and then you're treating me a different way. So let me just go find my own truth so I know that I'm not wrong in my head.
But does it automatically mean if they're not happy with you, they are happy with somebody else?
Yeah.
No.
It automatically.
So you're not happy at home. You're not gonna be happy at the side chick house neither.
But you keep it saying it's a side chick.
I'm just saying. I'm using just side chick.
No. What I'm saying is, does it automatically mean that if I'm not happy here, I am happy somewhere else? Is there a someone else? Is what I'm saying. Like does that mean?
Depending on the man, yeah. Because I know that this type of man ain't going to the library if he's not hungry. I know
You don't know. He could be going to the gambling machine, to the dog track every day. You know, a lot of men will get off work and drive around for an hour or two before they go home.
If I have a gambling man, or I have a man that does those things, if he's not happy with me and he's gone 9 hours, my first thought is he probably at the track or he was with his homeboys. But if I know I got a whole ass nigga, first thing I'm thinking is, oh, you was a bitch. I don't give a fuck if you was the one. It's just because I think I know you to be that nigga.
So
right, you gotta know him.
Whose fault is that? If you know you with a whole ass nigga, ain't you waiting for some bullshit to happen?
It's a lot of women with broke ass men. Don't mean goddamn. It's a lot of women with broke ass men. Don't mean that they went on their man and hand them a check when they come out. They dealing with what they want to deal with. If I'm dealing with this whole ass niggas, because I want to deal with the whole ass niggas. If I'm dealing with this broke ass niggas, because I want to deal with the broke.
So there's nothing to complain about then. You should be happy.
It's not to complain, but it's just
you should be happy.
No.
You should be happy. You said you decided
every woman
to deal
wants to change that man to make that man.
No. See, that's the first mistake. You can't change him.
You can't. But if you
accept it and you said that's what you happy with, be happy. Let that man be that.
No.
Let him be that drunk. Let him be that crackhead. Let him be everything you say you like about him, and be happy with him.